Yeah, just a really good job by our pitching staff. Obviously, they recorded a lot of outs, maybe 19 of them, and it was just a kind of a back and forth game. We made a base running mistake, and it could have been a big swing there, but fortunately, you know, pitchers kept him down, and I don't know. I just really liked Mac out of the pen. He came out and was just filling it up away, busted a couple fastballs, and I don't know if he got tired there a little bit at the end. But on the offensive end, it was some clutch hitting, took our walks, we're patient, and we never let them get the momentum back. It seemed like when they took the lead, we caught them and we got ahead of them. They were kind of rallying, and we just never gave it up. And when Kendall hit the 3-run homer, they kind of use the same sequence that they used against McLaughlin, 2 breaking balls, and then try to sneak a fastball by McLaughlin, and they did. He took it, and then exact same sequence that they tried to, it looked like to use on Diggs, and he caught the fastball and hit it out of the park. Obviously, that was the big swing, gave us a little cushion there, and made us feel a little bit better about leaving McIntyre out there instead of going to maybe a closer or a different pitcher. So that was a good win.
Dave, how would you assess Hagen's start today?
Really, really good. But, just facing a tough lineup, I thought he was good. Amazing thing, he keeps his stuff, in their last inning, he's still pumping the 95, 96, and he could have gone out another inning. We're just, he's trying to take care of him a little bit. And, that pitch count's built up, but his stuff was real good. I mean, I've seen him great. I've seen today he was real, real good, but I've seen him great.
And then Stone fell behind 3-0 against that guy and then battled back. Just what did you see from that at bat? And I assume would you have gone to Gackle after that if he didn't get him?
Can't give away all our secrets, okay? But yeah, it was good to see Stone come in there and get that lefty. I mean, that was his job, get that hitter right there, finish the game. Spun a couple breaking balls, didn't throw him for a strike, maybe 3 in a row. Then he threw 3 fastballs in a row, and I liked the way he didn't get all uptight about it and just, basically did what we wanted him to do, and that was throw the ball over the plate. If they hit it, they hit it. But you don't want to walk him with with White on deck, who seems to be swinging the bat extremely well right now.
How important, how big was it to get the home run from Jack as soon as they take the lead? You guys respond and tie the game, and kind of walk us through your decision to give him the start because he hasn't had many this year.
Oh man, that was a big swing. 2 strikes, I think 1-2 count, 2-2, and he caught a fastball and caught the bottom of it and spun it out of the park. Tied it up. We just take, what do we have, a 1-run lead, and all of a sudden we're down 2-1, and for him to, I don't know, it was just a big swing. It changed the attitude in our dugout a little bit, honestly. Because you got one of your better pitchers on the mound, and you could see the way they reacted when they scored those runs, and yeah, it was a really big swing, and I just, he swung the bat good Tuesday night in the game, and a lot of the guys on the team, have gotten opportunities, and maybe he hasn't got as much as I should have given him. He had a little injury there that slowed him down, and Sousa got hot, so he was DHing, and it felt like that tonight would be a night that he needed to have an opportunity, and he did a great job.
You mentioned the base running mistake. Was it trying to take third or something at home? I mean, what was the mistake?
Well, we worked hard to score that run with 2 outs, kind of a 2-out rally. We have a 3-2 lead. That would have made it 4-2. We got a runner in first and second. And, he hit a ground ball up the middle, but the play's in front of you. You don't want to make third out of third. And, the base runner, it's not like he's a flyer. Now, he might have slowed down just a little bit, but, it's our fault. We coach him, but they got to know not to make third out of third. We got to stop them. They need to stop. Score the run. Feel good about that. Let the next hitter do his job. And, just glad that it didn't come back and get us.
Dave Diggs, I think, was 2 for 20, including 0 for 4 tonight for that home run. Just what you think about him, obviously breaking out in a big way like that.
Well, it doesn't surprise me a bit. Obviously we need him. One of our best hitters, most experienced hitters. He wasn't having a great night, but we always talk about, you still have time. You can still help the team and to me, he had a great night. And he drove in 3 runs. That's all I'm looking at here is he drove in 3 runs. I don't care what else he did. And just took one swing to flip his night and hopefully get him rolling.
What is it about him and 3-run homers?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him. He's sitting right back there. I see him.
And then considering what LSU was able to do in the ninth, how big was that? That retrospective, it was huge.
Well, it was huge. We knew going into the ninth. They were going in the bottom of the 8th. We only had what do we have? 1-run lead. We don't score. We have a 1-run lead, and we might have changed the way we pitched it. We might not have. We might have just given him a hitter or two or run a closer out there. But with him hitting that 3-run homer, 4-run lead, it's a lot better than 1. It's a lot better than 3. That 4-run lead is kind of special. But it changed the way we were thinking in our dugout.
Coach, LSU elected to save Holman for tomorrow, ended up throwing 7 pitchers tonight. Were you kind of expecting a game like that from them?
Well, yeah. We kind of felt like we were not going to get their Friday night pitcher. They didn't even tell us who they were throwing today till this morning. So, but what I tell our players, our team is that we just need to take care of our own business. Don't worry about all the other stuff and do what we can do. We had a good pitcher going. We're at home. Let's just go play good baseball. And we played pretty solid. We didn't make, fielding mistakes and that. So, doesn't surprise me that they gave him another day because he threw last Friday. And, you can say they're pitching off, or you could just say they're giving him his normal rest. Doesn't really matter. That's who we got to try to beat tomorrow.
McLaughlin had that one hit early on that looked like it might have been out. Do you think that the wind knocked that one down or what?
A little bit. If he'd hit that later in the game, probably would have went out of the park, or no wind. That's the way the game works. You hit it down the left field line, it might push a little bit, but yeah, he hit it good, but he didn't crush it. And, we got a sac fly out of it. Been nice to get 4 right there, but we didn't. It's the way it works. And, but we got that big hit in the bottom of the 8th.
And I guess just any conversations with your pitchers just about the way the zone was this evening? Obviously,
How was it?
it wasn't that great.
I don't know. We'll look at the score. No, we didn't talk to them about that. If they weren't getting calls, our guys weren't reacting. So that's good. They're showing some maturity out there because it doesn't help to act like that. I didn't have any problem with the zone. I don't know.
The 8-9 guys got on base 4 times, especially Wilmsmeyer without bases loaded walk. Just speak to the production at the bottom of your lineup.
Yeah, Ty had a good night and, scored a couple runs, I think, 1 anyway, and drove 1 in with a walk and started an inning or got up bases down the right field line. That's what we want him to do down there, is be like a second leadoff man, flip that lineup over and let those guys drive him in. And he's a threat to run. He can score on a double from first. He brings a lot of speed. But if the end of the order can get on base, it's for any team. Usually, you've got some guys you want to hit a little bit more, hitting 1, 2, and 3 and 4 in the order, and they can really do some damage if those guys can get on down there.
This is, I think, the 3rd time this year where a team that doesn't strike out a lot has had a real big strikeout night when Hagan starts, but your bullpen is also getting a lot of strikeouts in those games. Is he doing something, maybe exposing some holes or something that your relievers are able to take care of?
No, you have reports on how to try to get guys out. You have reports on where they hit the ball, and you do the best you can there. I just think, you got Hagan throwing from the left side, obviously bringing it pretty good. And then you come with kind of a different type guy, a right-hander that's kind of got a downer and a little breaking ball. And you know, kind of his fastball is 90 miles an hour, but it looks harder because they're trying to hit that cutter, and just a lot of deception there. I think that's part of it. But the other thing, I think, you know, they just hit spots, threw well, and you know, just a big night for our pitchers, that's for sure.
LSU went left on left a couple different times in the game in big spots. The Stovall single against Lower, and then I guess it was Lovich that came in, took a 4-pitch walk. Just how big are those at bats? I mean, left on left facing a new pitcher is about as tough as it gets.
Well, it was good. I mean, you think about Lovich at the bat, he put him up there to hit off a right-hander, and after one pitch, they make a change, and then draw the walk. That was great. That ended up leading to another walk later that drove in a run, big run for us. You know, Stovall got a big 2-strike, 2-out hit off a lefty that gave us the lead, I think. And, you know, left on left, you know, Stovall and McLaughlin and Diggs, they hit lefties fine. Maybe it all hasn't added up yet, but as the year goes on, they'll continue to climb. But, you know, those guys, they see the ball pretty good either way.
With those back-to-back home runs that LSU hit in the top of the fourth with White and Travinsky, I remember you said early in the year that whenever Smith gave up that solo home run to McNeese State in the first game, it kind of set him back into the game, and he settled in. Do you think that was also the same way here too? And did that really like affect his way he performed tonight, throwing 10 strikeouts?
Yeah, I mean, he was disappointed that, I mean, White went down and hit a pitch, almost one-armed it out of the park. I mean, you got to give him credit. What do you do? You throw something off speed down, and he hooked it out of the park, and he's a great hitter. And so that would have probably been my frustration if I would have been pitching, been like, wow, I make a good pitch, and he hits it out. You just kind of tip your cap. And, you know, I think when Travinsky hit the home run and just got him a fastball and got enough of it and hit out of the park, those were full-grown men. They're strong. And, you know, you look at 3, 4, and 5 in the order, those are some big dudes who can hit it a long way. And, you know, but solo home runs will beat you every now and then, but they don't beat you a lot. And, you know, I think that our pitching staff has enough experience to not let it bother them too much. I didn't see Hagan getting uptight at all, even though he gave up back-to-back. There were solos, you know, one swing we scored 3. You know, I don't know. There's the experience he gained early in the season, the experience he gained over the last 2 years. That's why he's so good.
You mentioned the attitude in the dugout. Has that been a plus this year? Is it older guys, you know?
Well, the attitude's been good all year. You know, winning helps, number one. Played a lot of different guys, but, you know, guys are into it. They want to win, whether they're in the lineup or not. And we appreciate that. But yeah, it's they're all pulling for each other in there.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.